Sure, subscribe.
Hello and welcome back to Block of the Week.
Block
I
of the
am
week?
your host,
Oh, damn.
Kaydin, and here is my co-host himself.
Who is it? Who is it? Oh, it's me. Keen, baby.
And we have three minus one get no fuck, three minus two guests today. We have Sean.
And
Hi!
Sean. And his step cousin, Sean. His uncle Sean is on the way.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sean
And
in
my
North
auntie.
Carolina. Hi, Sean.
And we also have Doofenshmirtz as well. Take it away, Doofenshmirtz. Ah, bury the platypus. Okay, thank you, Doofenshmirtz. So,
Love that guy. Love that guy.
today, yeah,
Kinda sexy.
Today, today we're going to be talking about
Quality.
films, filmmaking, and everything in between.
Kane, do you
Like
need your
the
inhaler?
leg hairs between your thighs. Everything in between, man. We're covering it all, except it's probably not going to be all.
We need to
So,
get Kane his asthma inhaler.
let's start off with favorite films. Kian, I'll let you go first on this one.
Well, thank you, Hayden. I appreciate it. Glad to be here today. I've been
No
watching
problem,
this
boss.
podcast for a while, you know. So, my favorite movie would probably be Joker. Which I know, Caden, you haven't watched, but Sean, you have. Which is a
Yeah.
class film by Todd Phillips. Which it was probably one of his. I'm pretty sure it was one of his first films that actually was successful or acknowledged at all. But basically, it's meant to be the origin story of the Joker, but it ends up just being this fantastic character study and mental study of this person with mental illness, obviously. But it's the best representation I've ever seen in film
Yeah.
today, and probably film altogether. There's probably better examples. I know Taxi Driver was one of them, but it's just a really cohesive and good way of showing mental illness. The best I've seen. That's the most respectful and also showing what people can go through and how something like this can happen. So yeah, go on, show me what you got.
Well, but the movie I want to talk about, just in a couple details without spoiling it to anybody, is the movie Hot Rod, which stars Andy Samberg, which I think he had a lot of creative power in it. Where,
Input, was it?
yeah, creative input. That's the word. And in it, he's a kid trying to start off as a stuntman. And in it, you see him sort of becoming one and doing his own little home stunts. But it's an underlying plot about him having, trying to come to terms with his low masculinity. He's trying to prove himself more as a man in front of all his father figures while he can't.
Multiple
Which is
father,
yeah,
but only
many.
one father.
Oof.
Zooey Mama.
Zooey mama indeed.
But yeah, it sounds like an interesting topic. What do you call
It
it?
is.
We said a bit about this before. That what do you call it? Andy Samberg's obviously known for his comedic roles and mainly
Absolutely.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
And what do you call it? But obviously he's known for his comedy because he's very good at improv mostly, I believe.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Yeah. And the fact you said he has creative input must have really boosted the movie forward, that he got to put this own effort into, especially since it was a personal story.
Yeah, you
And,
can really see
yeah.
his input.
I haven't seen it myself, but it seems
You really
like-
should.
Okay, I really should. Should I?
You really
Should I,
should.
Sean?
Yes.
Should I really?
Yeah.
Should I
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. You want to take this out?
Okay, cool beans. What about you, Gabe?
My favorite film would have to be Baby Driver by Edgar Wright. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, hot damn, this is a good movie. So, firstly, I was watching a Cinema Wins video, not a Cinema Sin, Cinema Wins. And
Damn. We got an
it was
Optimus
everything
Goddamn.
everything good about Baby Driver. And I watched it, and bam! I was like, yo, this movie seems alright. So I went onto Netflix, seeing if it was there. Gave it a quick little searched it up. There it was. Front page. Baby
Crazy. The
Driver.
internet today, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. Baby Driver. Clicked onto it, bam. Watched it. As soon as I watched it, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch it again. Bam. Watched it again.
And then
I'll
Netflix
tell
took
you.
it down for overwatching.
Oh, I swear, no. Hang on a second. I'm still annoyed about that. Don't get me started. So sorry if I'm seeming a bit hyper. I'm just kind of pacing frantically
Too many
around my
You
bananas
kitchen.
in
had
the
too many
porridge.
bananas in your porridge.
Too many bananas in my porridge.
On that,
And
all the green lights are on.
basically, yeah, no, Baby Driver, genuinely, it's got everything. It's got a very high amount of action, with some action scenes genuinely being the best action scenes I've seen. The other thing is that it's got a beautiful soundtrack to back it up. You know, every last little bit of that soundtrack is included significantly in the main event, which is the pictures. And by God, Edgar Wright even said it in an interview himself that he's wanted to make a car driving, car runaway, car getaway scene, whatever you want to call it, to Bell Bottoms for a while. And Bell Bottoms is the intro of the song. And every bell, whistle, nook, cranny, everything in that intro scene is timed perfectly to the tune of Bell Bottoms, and it is perfect and beautiful and a joy to watch and listen to.
Okay, one
I
thing
think Caden likes Baby Driver.
are you sure?
No,
I don't know. He didn't seem that passionate about it. He just kind of. But
I
anyway,
think he
yeah.
needs to watch it a
What about
second time.
what you said about it being synced up, like the intro being synced up to music? That's a theme throughout the movie, isn't
Yes, I know. I only
it?
said a
What's the
small bit about the movie. Yes, it is beautifully synced up throughout the whole movie.
fact that the intro is synced up with music really shows that he's trying to establish what the movie is about with the music, and at
Yeah,
least that's what I
and
see from it anyway.
yeah, and most of the time, directors will have in their movie, it will be they do the scene first and then they write music first. But it was the complete opposite this time around. Man took the music he wanted and then put it into action scenes. And not even action, just scenes in general. And it is amazing. It's a joy to watch it. Nothing seems out of place.
Yeah, and while we're on the topic of directors, there, we might as well just talk about directors in general, because obviously Edgar Wright, he's known for his like daring moves in films, like
Yeah,
complete bold cinematography moves that would just be brushed off by other directors. It's just stupid and maybe immature for some if it's just like a silly camera angle. But he obviously takes it to the next level, and that's what gets him his high reputation. As I mean,
Yeah, I get you. He,
absolutely.
he doesn't leave a stone unturned and he isn't afraid to try new things, which is amazing. Diversity is always appreciated and good because no one wants to be watching the same couple of movies over and over again with a different title and poster on it. Like, who
yeah, yeah,
wants that? No one. So you're gonna have to go out into the industry and find new little quirks that people haven't picked up
yeah,
on or
hidden gems. Yeah,
underutilized. What? Yeah, hidden gems.
that's
Very
the
good
thing
word
about the
to
movie
describe it.
industry. It can be completely backwards in the way it just lets the same love movie through every time with a different theme, or it can let
Oh,
really
stop.
great things through. In example, Wes
Same
Anderson, who
copy
obviously,
pasted movies.
from Fantastic Mr. Fox, the movie, and I Love Dogs, more recently, makes some great animation, completely like unseen before. Fantastic stuff.
Oh,
Voice acting syncs it perfectly. Get some great high top actors, and the fact that they get to such a popular level like that, where they can be appreciated for their stuff without working too hard, is perfect for some directors like that, especially those
oh,
with such a creative force behind them. So it's
yeah.
it's just great to see. And what about your favorite directors? Do you have any more favorite directors?
Jackie Chan. Not many people know that Jackie Chan directed a bunch of his own movies, and he created all of
Oh
his
yeah,
action scenes.
did he do? He did Green Dragon, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
had to do a scene where
Good.
he
I'm glad I
literally
got that right.
ran horizontally down a building without wires.
Well, yeah, man, that he did all his own stunts, didn't
Yeah, he like broke
Yeah.
so many bones. There wasn't a bone he didn't break during his
he? Man,
recordings.
but imagine the ego you'd have after that, or the pride
Yeah,
even. Like, um,
imagine
Yeah.
the face Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
Jesus.
Man's like, I wonder, like, do Yeah, if Jackie Chan just kind of like when he was falling down a building or something, did his like whole body just kind of go into skate tree Hall of Meat mode, and then he could just
Oh
see which
no,
bones he
yeah,
broke. Yeah, you know, a little
Yeah,
X-ray, and then you got the points. Hopefully,
yeah.
you get a milli points on that meat
yeah,
thrasher one. You know, where you're jumping off the crane.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course, of
yeah.
course.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, you know, you
yeah, I
know.
know, I know. Favorites for
Yeah.
me would probably be Tarantino and Scorsese, which are obviously big
Absolutely.
A-lister
Oh,
directors, but
industry greats.
it's
Legends.
completely recognized and completely like earned. Like
Yeah,
like I said
understandable.
before, the creative force behind them is completely unique, and they deserve all the fame. Some can be brushed under the rug or just like ignored because they. Some people think, ah, they're popular, they can't be good. They're just popular because they made one good movie. But there's been so many recently. Tarantino and Scorsese, obviously, they made some of the greats like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Was
Scorsese made a lot of
Scorsese in
Goodfellas.
Django Unchained, or was that
Was
just
he in
Tarantino
it?
by himself? No, I mean like directing.
I'm pretty sure it was just Tarantino. I might be wrong about that.
Yeah, because that movie's so good.
Yeah, Tarantino,
I,
it's his movies always follow this force of just like it's just perfect like plot like completely unexpected turns. I watched
Yeah,
Pulp
yeah,
Fiction. I remember it
and
was a
then
sick
there's also just white guys saying the N-word.
yeah,
yeah, it was what you call it, this sick day I had, and I watched Pulp Fiction. I finally found it on this totally legal movie website.
100%.
Wink,
Oh,
yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And yeah, I remember watching that, watching through and being like, oh, this is pretty good. I enjoyed it from the start, and then midway through, it just completely took a turn, and it blew the socks off. To use Gabe's
He has no more socks.
wacky term. My socks are gone. Please
They're
donate.
across the
The
room.
Block of the Week Patreon. I need socks.
We should get one
yeah.
and a PO
Ah,
box.
well.
No, no, and OnlyFans.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead,
only
Dave
fun.
Morris.
You have to
Yeah.
get a separate
No, I was
subscription
just
for
gonna.
each
I was just gonna
person.
say. One movie that I actually enjoyed was what's it called? Oh, Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh
That's
yeah,
Oh yeah,
Scorsese,
of
isn't it?
course.
Yeah,
I think so.
that's Scorsese. I
I
know.
have no clue.
I don't think it's Tarantino. Hang on a second. Hey Google, who was the Wolf of Wall Street directed by? Yeah, it was Scorsese.
How
Oh,
Scorsese?
Yeah, Leonardo
yeah,
DiCaprio is on top of like always Tarantino and Scorsese,
Yeah,
and he switches so
he's
well
the top
between them, like
list.
you wouldn't. Yeah,
yeah.
I used to always
Like
think
his
of
two
him
dads
as
during a
like
divorce.
the Great
He has to go
Gatsby
back and
guy, but
forth.
then once I seen him in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Tarantino's his movie, was
Yeah.
something different,
I
man.
actually haven't watched that. I really want to watch that though.
Oh man, I watched that on the plane, and damn, what a good movie! Like it has so many underlying things you wouldn't even know. Like it's based on this whole like the last bit of era of the golden age of Hollywood in LA, and it's perfectly set. You only realize it at the end of the movie what it was based on. Like you just think it's this actor, and it's basically just watch it. Okay, I can't say
Yeah.
it's very good.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
Tarantino's movies, just watch it.
Obviously, yeah. Like Inglorious
Yeah,
Bastards too and all.
yeah, you have to experience these things. Inglourious Bastards actually on Netflix, so you might want to check that
Yeah.
out when you can.
I know. My dad usually talks about like, yeah, Pulp Fiction is a big one. He's like, oh, okay, you have to watch it, but when you're
Have
older,
you watched it?
you're not allowed to watch it now. You're not allowed to watch it now. But when
When
you're
you're a big
older,
boy.
yeah. And then another one he normally talks about would be like the Dictator,
Yeah.
the
That's a
Oh
really
Inglorious
yeah,
good
Bastards.
movie.
That kind of, yeah, like
yeah,
just kind of satirical comedy, kind
yeah. The
of like
Dictator is
touching
such
on
Yeah.
politically incorrectness.
Touchy
yeah.
subjects.
The
Yeah,
Dictator is such a pleasure to watch. Sacha Baron Cohen is a genius in that
Absolutely.
sense that like political incorrectness or whatever you said there, kid. You know what I mean, yeah. What to call
And we
it?
can't
yeah,
forget about
He handles
Borat.
that, and
yeah,
offensive things like that. He takes them on so perfectly and so ingenious that he offends so
Yeah.
many people, but he's saying just the right things. So what you said there about Borat and Ali G, all his characters, yeah, they all like they all have a reason for being characters, yeah. And then the dictator, it's
Yeah.
just Sacha Baron Cohen's a very genius in that sense. On the topic of directors, obviously, we're talking about the big A-listers, all the best directors, whether the claim basically big popular ones people would know. But a lot of a lot of filmmakers nowadays are young and just new startups, fresh, starting from scratch filmmakers who are making some really good stuff. So locally, there's a lot of filmmakers. There's, I believe, there's Cal Arnold, Stella Sean, some very local, what do you call it, good filmmakers who make some class show films. And
Yeah, no, I remember one of the reasons why I kind of found out Cal Arnold was through his YouTube channel, and then I went on to what's it called, his video about him going on to what's it called, him going to the film festival in Galway showing his film, and
oh
I was like,
yes, yeah, no, that
oh,
was
yeah,
bloody.
yeah, yeah, no, it was really interesting. Yeah, it was really good to
We
watch, and
ought
it
to
was
go to
really
this
interesting.
film festival.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, but it's good to see this. What do you call it? Such young people coming up with such creative and unique ways to express themselves. And I
yeah,
know it's a bit
Yeah.
cliche and cheesy, but like it really is. Like you don't see
yeah,
it often. A lot of people are too scared, or they just don't think their ideas are good enough. But once they put them
yeah.
out, they get all this acclaim, and they know that they're worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 no. So yeah, it's like it's really good, especially now we have this platform to kind of like yeah, we kind of took a risk
Yeah,
with this as well. It's not really related, but I know yeah, you probably kind of have a little bit of an idea of what you were thinking in the back of your mind, like oh, I have this idea. Don't do it. It's dog shit. That is such a fucking
yeah.
bad idea. Don't bring the light of day. Leave that in your
This is the
mind.
voice in your
Thank you
head, by
very
the way, not
much.
us.
And my tangent is over. We can go back to whatever we were talking about now.
Now back to films.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the
No.
thing, exactly. Yeah, I follow your belief there, Kate. That a lot of things nowadadays are oversaturated, but that's the thing about young filmmakers nowadays. Young filmmaking and like short films aren't as touched on, especially in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
these film festivals allow more people to get share and thing, and like it's actually like a proper good talented field. So I agree with you what you're saying. If people are like grabbing their mom's camcorder, setting it up in the windowsill, and recording themselves, the latest Marvel installment. But yeah, people who actually put
Yeah.
in the time and the effort, they put in the care to work on the stories, up late all night, making sure everything is perfect, finessed. Those people
Yeah.
deserve the credit. You know what I mean? But just like if you just want to do it for, especially if you want to do it for fame, maybe put your brain somewhere else. Because if you're just doing something for fame, especially, this goes for anything actually. It's a bit off topic, but just don't do anything for fame. Do
To
things
succeed
that
in like
Yeah.
actually
fame, you
matters.
either need something special or you need to get lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what do you call it? If you're doing something for popularity or just to do, like, it's never gonna work out. Like the thing driving you is
You have to have
views
heart.
and clicks. Yeah, that's the thing that filmmakers, young filmmakers nowadays
Yeah.
are really showing and portraying out in their films and shit. Basically,
Yeah.
that's it. Tangent over.
If you are thinking of doing something, if you're thinking of doing something, if you believe that you actually have the motivation to do it and the passion to do it,
Don't
by
do
all
it.
means do it. Yeah, by all means do it.
People there, and I'm
On the
sure a
topic of
lot of them.
no, 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 hang on a second.
Fight.
On the topic of films, I feel like we're focusing too much on films that are actually, directed in real life, and I feel like we should shift the spotlight back to film, not back, to films that are animated and
Oh,
just
of
kind of
course, yeah.
yeah, it's like, but we definitely need to split it up because you can't just define animated. I'd say the best way to split it up would be between
Anime
Eastern and
and
Western.
animated.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of people's thoughts on animation is just that it's kids. It's for kids,
Yeah.
obviously. And
Oh no.
no, what do you
I
call it?
get you. Like,
Japanese animation. Okay, what do you call it?
Oh,
Obviously,
stop.
flips it on its
Don't
head.
get me started.
A lot of Western animation. Now, not all of it. I'm just
Yeah.
saying most of it nowadays. 3D animation by Walt Disney and not Walt Disney, Disney. You know what I mean?
Walt Disney and
And
friends.
Yeah.
Pixar is is what do you call it? Obviously pointed towards kids because that's their main
Yeah.
audience. They know parents just won't
Yeah.
bring them. But Japanese animation, it focuses more on story and
Okay.
elements, and
Okay. Hang on a second.
and I know you
I'm
and
gonna
your
give you.
fans are technical.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you a little rundown. All right. So anime, get that shit out of my head. Unless it's directed by Studio Ghibli, I do not want that. So let's talk about Studio Ghibli,
Hmm.
because Studio Ghibli is good.
Yeah,
Studio Ghibli makes
Spirited Away,
probably,
Ponyo,
yeah,
Castle in the
one
Sky.
of,
Spirited
yeah,
Away.
Like, genuinely, name any famous Japanese movie that's animated, probably Studio Ghibli. Like, they are all over the place, but that's not a bad thing. Like, if it's a if you call it a bad thing, damn, you better get your eyesight checked out. That's wrong.
Yeah,
So,
Riggedy
eyesight
riggedy
and your
raw.
earsight. Yeah.
that studio
Ear sight.
to me has some of the most beautiful films, and whenever I come out of them, I feel like I've gone through something, like it's an experience, like that
There's
good.
been
Yeah,
a
it's like
moment.
you just get taken aback. Like,
Well, especially one I
oh,
watched recently was Kiki's Delivery Service,
oh, I
which
haven't watched
is
that yet.
it's like a young witch who goes to this town, and basically they go to the town and they each run a business or something. I don't know the exact lore behind the whole thing, but she starts her own delivery service and all, and it's just a joyful thing. It's like something with no bad. It's like playing a game or watching a movie that just like nothing bad's gonna happen. It's just so chill and you just vibe it. You know what I mean? Like it's such a
One I
perfect movie.
still really need to see is My Neighbor Totoro, I think it is.
Oh
Same.
well, they're all on Netflix. Check them out. Like
Yeah.
man, My Neighbor Totoro, especially like they're all so joyous. Like boo.
Yeah.
And I know
Fans.
in Spirited Away and My Neighbor Totoro, they deal with moving from two different perspectives. In My Neighbor Totoro, it's the very big, happy, optimistic kind of way around it. Like,
New
oh, a
life,
new
new
place, yeah,
world.
new life,
Yeah,
new place, can't wait. But then in
In Spirited Away, she's scared about moving.
yeah,
She
it's
doesn't
like
want to leave her home.
yeah, she doesn't want to. She's enjoyed what she's made, and then the thing that was very kind of apparent to me was just like how much she really didn't want to leave, especially when she was gripping those flowers
Yeah.
yeah.
by the saying like, "Please
And
don't
then it's
go." Like,
Yeah, and then it's portrayed later on by all the monsters and everything she's scared of, and then much further into the movie, she like becomes more courageous. She learns
They're
that
friends.
like yeah,
She's
you
accustomed.
can find friends anywhere, basically, which is kind of and find love anywhere or anything like that. So it kind of like in a very nuanced way, you can see how it relates to her moving and her this huge change in her life away from everything and be like finding new friends, new family, new places. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And
it's
Ghibli is no better studio to do that. It's just genius. You don't see it anywhere else.
yeah, it's
100%.
it's amazing how what's it called? It's just in general, it's amazing how much work that goes into their animation. It's mad. It's like you're sitting there,
Yeah.
like Jesus,
It's like
how did
meticulous.
yeah?
And if they
It's
get it wrong, they just scrap it. Like it's fine.
yeah, it's lovely to look at. It is genuinely
It's a pleasure
lovely.
on the eyes.
Yeah, it's like I know what's it called. If you aren't like if you kind of said to yourself, "Oh, I don't like anime," it's very,
Yeah.
it's
That's
very like
exactly the thing I
screamy,
was just about to
like
mention. Yeah. The
that
thing
kind
I
of
was
anime.
just about to
It's
mention,
not that
like,
kind of anime.
yeah, in movies,
Genuinely,
obviously, like, America, like, you think of anime as just Japanese animation, funny anime girl, anime boy, something like that. But
kawaii. Yeah,
Ghibli, the only it wouldn't seem like anime except for the Japanese and the art style. Like they could do it with a
yeah,
different art style, but I think they choose the anime art style because that art style it just portrays it so perfectly.
And like with their animation, each frame is a
Yeah,
piece of art.
yeah, like not even with that
yeah,
much expression. Like you could just tell by the characters' eyes that they're feeling amazed or they're sad or they're like
Yeah.
in the simplest ways you can tell they're like speechless even.
It's insane as well. There's been multiple times where I paused it to either like pause the movie to either like go to the toilet, grab some more bickies or something, and I was just like,
Grab some more bickies of
Jesus.
course.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ, this looks so nice.
Looking
Like,
crisp.
yeah, yeah, it was just like love. It was such a pleasure. It's like so many of those frames, I genuinely would just screenshot, and if I had a computer, put it as my computer background.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just like the meadow scenes and all.
Yeah, oh, they're really nice. Any place that's like very
Ambient.
noticeable. Yeah, it's like it's like you want to just take it and then put it in a box and then just like keep it there.
Put in a jar.
Yeah. Like thinking about Ghibli and films in general, there's obviously themes that spill into obviously in each director has their own style and spin and themes. So what do you call it? Obviously Ghibli have their beautiful animation and expressions in movements or imagery, stories told through just people people's mouths moving or eyes and the scenery, everything. It's just Ghibli like envelops the whole thing in the story. And then there's other directors like Edgar Wright, which use the camera work to tell a story, which is like a superb thing on its own because to tell with just camera movements how something is, like how dramatic a scene is, how fast it goes, you know.
Yeah, and then
It's just
I
each director
know
has their own thing and it's class.
Yeah, I know this is kind of off the cuff, but Tumad's very good with his Bubba Booey sound effects. He uses
Yeah.
that to tell a
Yeah,
very good
that's right.
story.
But also like George Lucas and John Williams with like describing a scene with the music.
Oh, and Star
Oh
Wars,
yeah,
Yeah,
his
yeah,
best films, especially the newer ones.
yeah.
absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
No, but
There's
like
gonna
John
be another
Williams
editors
soundtracks are
note of me
always
saying
amazing.
I loved
sarcasm.
Solo.
I love Rise of Skywalker. Honestly,
I
Rise of
love
Skywalker
Star
wasn't
Wars.
that bad. Like everybody shits on the sequels,
Whoa, huh?
but you can match the amazingness of the original trilogy.
Okay, I don't think we should get into Star Wars alone. That might be a different episode. Maybe a bonus
Yeah,
episode
Star
where you
Wars.
keep
Yeah,
them to yourself.
Yeah, yeah. No. The Keen, the bonus
it's too
episode is always
important.
talking about space dreams.
Oh,
And me
well,
touching him,
spoilers, but yeah, everybody look out
me
for
No,
that.
touching Cade.
What do you guys think you could do better maybe in these movies? Do you think you could do anything better? Is there anything that you wish directors would think? Maybe not even something better, but just a theme or a kind of story that you'd love a director to touch on. Like obviously, I loved Tarantino touching on Hollywood in the last bit of the golden age, that desperate time where they were still grasping onto the classics and everything. And then obviously he switched from like Django Unchained to that. What do you call it? It's just Inglorious Bastards. You know what I mean? Like he just switched from so many time periods and added his own little touch to them and changed it around. It was just perfect. So, is there any directors or any you'd like to do something like that to a
There
story?
is a story I want to see a continuation of, which is, are you familiar with the series Avatar? Not like the blue people one,
Uh,
but Airbender.
oh,
yeah, the
the
last
blue people, the
Airbender. Yeah,
best.
You know the original
yeah,
Nickelodeon
the last
series, yeah?
Airbender. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to see a proper continuation because they just did like a huge time skip and brought in a new main character for the sequel of the series. They need to actually make a proper continuation of the original
Yeah,
cast story.
I knew they have a huge fan base. I'm not one of them, obviously. I
Yeah,
think I've watched one or two episodes, walking in and out of the cinema.
which I've also heard. Netflix, I heard they're either going to make it continuation or they're just going to remake the series in live action. Hopefully, not like the movie.
Uh-oh.
That's
Uh,
never a good sign. I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah.
That's not a good sign. Now, the one thing I would actually like for some directors to touch on, especially like I'd really love for some director to take, especially one of the big shots who knows how to do like good camera, good like work, good scene setting, and make a like okay, just like an actual good kind of teenager life kind of
coming of
story
age.
because there's
Yeah.
so many
Ass ones.
dog shit ones.
Yeah,
Like, okay,
It's oversaturated with like such
yeah.
shit stuff.
oh
Like,
yeah,
were you
yeah,
actually a
definitely.
teenager or
Like,
were you watching another movie about it?
like who won? Okay, we realized that okay, maybe we've done this genre a bit too much when they released Tall Girl on Netflix.
Ugh.
That, yeah, it's like okay, so So you're gonna tell there's this girl and her biggest challenge in life is that she has to wear size
Big shoes.
13 Nikes.
Men's
Size
size
13,
13's
yeah,
Nikes.
men's size 13 Nikes. Thank you for clarifying. Do you want to talk to the World War II soldiers that probably got shot 14 times, still lived
Yeah,
through it and had to deal with the
also
trauma.
Without
Yeah,
the size 13
that's some.
Nikes.
yeah, without this size 13 next. You probably have it
They got
hard,
men's
don't you?
size 13 bandages.
They got men's
Thank
size
you,
13
Kean.
boots.
Boots.
The
But yeah, what
boots.
about on the theme of that about adapting stories on? Do you think any like story you've seen before, any of your favorite movies would be good adapted to like TV shows? Maybe a different story, not exactly like the movie. Because I know, Sean, for you, Star Wars, and
Yes.
I thought Mandalorian adapted to a TV show. I know it's not in the main canon, but that whole universe adapted into a TV show was very
Well, it's like
cleverly
only
done.
like a side story.
Yeah, but it was very cleverly done. How it was
Yeah, it's
they didn't
such
adapt it to
a
the main
good
thing because they
series.
didn't want to
It's
ruin the
hard to
original
cross over
story.
with like the original plot,
Yeah, but yeah, it was very good. It was very good.
but
Like even
like
as an
with that,
adult
it's
story, it was
amazing,
good.
and it's like in
Yeah,
a time era that isn't that explored.
yeah. So do you think anybody like maybe Edgar Wright for you? Anything? Do you really think any of his movies could be expanded into a TV show? Any universes?
Well, I would have said Baby Driver just getting a continuation, but I wouldn't. What's it called? Yeah, there's no real need because there's a second one coming out, and that's gonna be.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, no, there is. I think it's like a sequel to it, but it's under a different name. So I just really hope
Toddler
they keep.
driver.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say that. Nice, nice.
I was about to say, thank God. Oh no, I'm not gonna say that. Just in case there's a. Yeah.
Don't say the N
In
word.
case anyone. No, it's not the N word. The spoilers, just in case anyone hasn't seen
Okay.
it.
The what do you call it? One thing I thought might be a good. So now that I'm thinking about Baby
Yeah,
Driver,
no,
actually,
continue.
what might be a good side story for TV show? Maybe obviously Kevin Spacey in that movie is a big price master. Right now, probably wouldn't be a good time for that. But in the past, it might have been a good idea to look at his like criminal empire, how he started or whatever, how he met Baby or something like that. You know?
Well, yeah, they've explained how they've met. Well, how he met Baby.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like you know those prequel
Do you
movies
not
where
pay
they
attention?
meet
Do
and
you
it's
not pay
just cool.
attention? Keen,
You
do you not
slacking,
pay
Kean?
attention?
Slacking.
Keen
But yeah,
got
you know
caught
what I mean, right? Like
slacking, even though actually.
Origin TV show, something like that.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Yeah, it'd be really interesting.
One like good movie
But
that they could
maybe not right
adapt.
now. Maybe not Kevin Spacey. Make a younger
Oh no,
version
Kevin
maybe.
Spacey right now will be a huge hit. Damn, get
He's a
him on
big
the
box
show,
office.
put him in a daycare as a teacher. Bam, you've got a movie.
Daddy Daycare.
Ding ding ding.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were you saying, Sean? Sorry to interrupt.
An actual movie dedicated solely to Darth Vader, just like his beginnings. Like
Yeah.
we know 1, 2, 3, but we have like a huge gap of knowledge about him during then.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be such a good
Like the
movie.
whole after the what was
Him properly becoming a Sith.
yeah, yeah. What was the third prequel movie? Sorry, where he actually became Darth Vader at the end.
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith. That's the one. I thought that was it. Yeah. Are you talking about from then to
From
present day
then
when
to
he's in?
probably 4, like
Yeah.
when he's
But
raiding
they
Leia's ship.
probably have they been they've been explaining games and novels and such, haven't
Yeah,
they?
like there's the actual Darth Vader's game and
But
comics.
actual documented
We
in
need like actual
TV
like
show might be good.
movies.
Yeah, because it is the biggest medium for Star Wars, I think.
Yeah,
TV
like the
shows and
last
movies.
thing he was in during that time was Rogue One for like
Yeah, 2.2.2 seconds.
Yeah. Hey, Keen, is there anything that you would like to see? Other than
I'd
the
like to.
origin kind of story.
Um,
and a Hosier movie. No Hosier movie.
Oh, yeah. No Hosier movie.
what do you call it? As a TV
No
show.
Girl and Red Eater.
Or Dodie.
Yeah.
Maybe
Or Billie
I like
Eilish.
kind of
Or Oliver Tree.
like.
Hey, Oliver
Oh,
Tree's my thing.
okay. Pulp Fiction. Yeah,
We
But
just
he's
gotta
Oliver
start calling
Tree.
him Tupac Boy.
Pulp Fiction. I know it's another.
No.
It could
Arctic Monkeys
be
boy.
Pulp Fiction, either the aftermath or the origin as well, because there's a
Oh
big
yeah.
connected network in Pulp Fiction. For you can see from the start when they meet
Yeah.
up with what was the boss's name, Frank or something like that. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah.
But there's a big
Frankie
connected
sounds
thing
like a
there.
man at a chip
He had
shop.
yeah, they have contacts and shit. So maybe that could be interesting to figure out how that happened.
Maybe a
But
nice short
also the
film.
mystery in that movie, the mystery in that movie also kind of helps. So I don't know, and that's maybe the best idea.
A nice short film idea. Like the bounty hunter in Django. I can't remember his name, but maybe like a whole origin for why he was there near Django at the time.
In Mandalorian,
Huh?
Star Wars.
In Django Unchained.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Star Wars, Jakku.
Is that some Star Wars
No,
spin-off?
no. The bounty hunter at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, like actual like reasoning for him being there, like a little bit of a backstory about him and all. A short film would be
Okay,
nice for
yeah,
that.
that might. Yeah, Origins is kind of the best thing for TV shows and stuff. I feel.
Yeah,
Origins
Because like
is one
that
of
way
the
you don't.
best Black Ops 2
A lot
zombies
of people
maps.
aren't.
yeah.
A lot of people aren't happy when you build off the main story in shows. Maybe a bit of lull, but like if you
Mhm.
gave off the main thing, so prequels are a safe way of doing that while also establishing some lore and
Yeah.
backstory. Yeah. So I think that's why they're the easiest thing. But yeah, they're all good ideas. Very good. Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So I think that just about wraps it up there.
I
Is there
think so. Yeah.
anybody
Yeah. Thank
want
you
to
for
take some
joining us, man.
last comments? Yeah, thank you, and thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
Nevermind. Um,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
never mind. Don't worry about who they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry about Sam Raimi.
Well, Sean, yeah. Any last comments, Sean, before we end it and before we wrap it up?
I cannot be silenced by this oppressive government. I will not be silenced.
Yeah, we'll just cut that
And
bit
that's
out.
all.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
thank you
yeah,
very much for joining us today, Jean. It was quite a pleasure. And
It
nice chill
was.
discussion today.
The
You know a
pleasure
lot
was
about
mine,
movies.
Kean.
It was it was a back and forth and
Yeah,
yeah, it was
banter.
quite bit of banter, yeah,
yeah,
I suppose.
and yeah. I think there's only one way to end this.
Me touching Caden's chest.
No,
Peanut butter
it's
jelly time, peanut butter
peanut
jelly
butter
time, peanut
jelly
butter.
time with jelly, peanut butter
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
jelly, peanut
way,
butter
yeah.
jelly with a
Peanut butter
baseball
jelly
How
with a
do you
bat.
think
baseball
this should
bat.
be ended,
Peanut
Ked?
What?
How do you think this should be ended?
I think this should be
No, no,
ended
this
with a
goes on
good
till like
old.
tomorrow.
I think this should be ended with a good old fashioned. Just
Me touching your
Caden's
chest.
gonna beat this shit out of the mic. All right.